everything, right? Because you're trying to deal with technology and you're like, hello. I love technology because it is the way that we time travel, right? So we time travel all over the world by using technology, and at the same time, we can also have those struggles. So if you're just joining in over on Facebook, we're talking about outsourcing our energy and the way that we give energy to the things that are important to us. But also understanding that we are separate from that. And one of the most powerful things tonight we're going to do is a cord cutting meditation with some of my favorite essential oils that's all about really like releasing the energy from those areas, cord cutting out from areas in our lives that are depleting us, and understanding how to take back our energy, right? So each and every day, this type of meditation or releasing our energy, I want to actually put it, I want to put it this way. It's actually a really great way to understand this too. It's like when you have your computer open and you have like 20 tabs open, your energy is being depleted because those tabs are open, right? If you're on your phone, this is another great way of explaining this, is when you're on your phone and you have tabs open and you have an Apple phone, what does it do, right? It depletes and drains your battery, and then you have to plug your phone in, right, and recharge. Most people don't know that on their Apple phone, when they have a ton of tabs open, they actually can't even see that those tabs are open. And this is something that my sister, she's so amazing, she showed me. I was like, why is my phone draining all the time? She's like, well, do you have your tabs open? Like, what are your windows open? And she showed me that I had like 20 tabs open, and I was like, no wonder why my phone is constantly being drained. I'm plugging it in, I'm charging it, but it's draining really fast because I have all of those tabs open. That is no different than you having your energy outsourced all over to all of the things that you care about in your life, that you're responsible for, that you're doing. And also, as we think, again, I want to bring this up, I think it's really important, is the unnecessary energy that we are outsourcing to all the thoughts that are running through our day, right? So put a comment, put a 1 in there if you are a person who is constantly overthinking, your mind is going, it's chattering, you're thinking about all the things that could possibly maybe go wrong or you have to do, you have an endless to-do list. Put a 1 in there, right? Because these oils that we're going to use tonight in this cord meditation, I hope is going to be super helpful for you to be able to release and let go a lot of that chatter, right? So I want you to think about at the end of the night also too, is when we're calling back our energy. Most of us at the end of the night, we're tired, we're exhausted. So a lot, and this is what my husband likes to do, is he likes to sit down in front of the TV because it doesn't require his energy, right? He likes to sit down and he likes to zone out. And that's the way he likes to kind of like end his day. However, right, if we haven't gotten all of our energy out that day, or we haven't really called back or shut down, so to speak, those tabs, your mind is still going, right? It's still going, it's still running, and you could end up, going to bed and having like not a really great restful night, because really, even though we think we might be drowning out and like resetting ourselves by sitting in front of the TV, we didn't consciously go in and close the tabs up, close up the thoughts, the chatter, recall back our energy from those areas that it's been outsourced for the day, and shut them down completely. So this meditation is going to actually roll you through that. So tonight I'm also going to be running up, I have a friend who is in the middle of taking a test, and she reached out to me. She's actually not from here, and she said, hey, do you have lavender on hand? I really need to get a really great night's rest tonight. And so do you have some lavender? And I was like, hey, I have something even better. And it's the combination that I just told you. It's called liquid. We call it liquid Xanax. But she's like, I really need to get a good night's rest. I'm not sleeping well. She has a major test tomorrow. She's going through medical school. And so she really needs to, again, all day long, she's been studying. She's been, outsourcing her energy and her time. And what's happening at night is her mind is not able to shut off. And so she's constantly on replay, and it's causing her body not to be able to go to sleep, right? So the mind chatter is going, the thoughts of the test and some stress about taking the test. So again, we're going to put together this combination that's going to help regulate her nervous system and shut the mind chatter off. So the first oil in this is actually called cedarwood. Cedarwood is so good. It has sedative qualities, and it's really incredible for muscles. So when you apply this on topically, it helps for the muscles to relax and has sedative qualities. So it's one of my favorite oils. Also vetiver. Vetiver is a root oil. It has sedative qualities as well, and it's very grounding, and it helps you to get back into your body and very grounded. So that's going to be the second oil in the blend. The next oil is Serenity. Serenity is a proprietary blend from doTERRA. It also has cedarwood in it and lavender. This is one of my favorites, and Roman chamomile. So again, we're going to calm the mind chatter here. So we've got oils that are supporting the body and also helping in that sedative support for the body and the muscles. And then we're actually getting into the Roman chamomile and the lavender for calming the chatter, right? So she's got a lot of chatter that's going on right now. The last one is called Balance. This one is a proprietary blend also from doTERRA, and it's tree oils as well. So this is, we're like pulling out the heavy hitters tonight to really get the body in grounded. So we're rebalancing the nervous system. We're doing nervous system body regulation. We're shutting off the mind, right? The mind chatter. We're helping the body and the muscles get into a relaxed mode. Hi, yeah, Bold Empowerment says, I love these oils. Absolutely, 100%. These are my favorite. So I want to tell you, I'm going to pop in here and I'm going to tell you some of the qualities really quick, the emotional support of cedarwood, because it is one of my favorite essential oils. Let me pop this in, and then we are going to pop into this meditation for you and walk you through the cord cutting meditation. So cedarwood it's actually the oil of community, but it actually helps support the individuals in seeing that they're not alone and that life is just shared experience. It assists in opening awareness of individuals to support the system that is already available to them. So cedarwood is the oil of community. So that's what's really great about it emotionally. And when we use oils like cedarwood, where it's like community, and it's like, well, why would I want to use this oil? It's more about being supported, right? So when you're feeling overwhelmed or you're feeling stressed and you're feeling, these particular feelings, one of the most common things we're seeking is support and community, right? How important is support and community? So again, these are really good when you're feeling separate, when you're feeling isolated, and this helps you to feel connected, right? So again, this might seem odd that I'm wanting to give her this oil emotionally also as well, but when you are taking a huge test, a medical test, don't you want to feel supported? I would, right? So let me actually tell you a little bit about vetiver and how vetiver works in the body. So vetiver, let's go to Serenity first. Serenity is actually the oil of tranquility. So this is really powerful effects on the mind and the heart. And in particular, right, she's getting ready to take this big test. Her mind and her heart, right? She's feeling this in her heart. She's feeling like this desire to achieve and do well on this goal, and then also in her mind. So it's a blend that invites you to relinquish feelings of stress, anxiousness, and being overwhelmed, right? So stress, anxiousness, and being overwhelmed, we might be feeling that when we're actually under pressure. So this helps with certain emotions as being stressed, emotional overload, agitated, restlessness, anxiousness, and disconnected. So this has the ingredients. It's actually incredible. Vanilla, vetiver, Roman chamomile, lavender, cedarwood, hoewood, and ylang ylang. So now vetiver in particular, I told you, is a root oil, and I love this oil. It's the centering oil. But vetiver in particular helps with being apathetic, disconnected, scattered, stressed, ungrounded, and avoiding, right? So that can all happen when we're trying to, we're under pressure for deadlines or things that we're doing. So vetiver assists in becoming more rooted in life. So when you're under pressure or stressed, a lot of the times We're living up here. We might be in our brain. We are outsourcing our thoughts to all the different things. What about this? What about this? What about this? What about this? Or we're under that pressure of like learning information. And so vetiver is really good that as we're learning information, it can help ground us in learning that information and bring in that focus that we need, right? So this is a really great one that we use for people who generally are challenged with ADD, ADHD, autism, for a lot of grounding that really can happen with this oil. So those are some of the oils that I love really sharing with people when they've reached out and they're like, hey, I'm not sleeping, I'm not doing well, my body is just, I'm overwhelmed, I really need some help. Now, another protocol that I do and offered up my girlfriend was a protocol called Symphony of Cells. Symphony of Cells, and in particular the protocol that I would have done on her is one that actually would help her body get into homeostasis and balance out the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. Again, when we get into homeostasis, we're able to be in kind of a Zen state, which is where we want to be. And then being in that Zen state, we would be able to get into that meditative REM sleep that we want to be able to get into. So also sharing too, there's two other essential oils that we have. The essential oil I talked about before, Serenity, and I shared with you the emotional support there. We also have this in a capsule, so this is something I'm going to take to her. The Serenity has the lemon balm essential oil. It has L-theanine and lavender and German chamomile. So this is going to help her body get into that REM sleep, which is really great. And then the last oil is Adaptive. We're going to have her take some Adaptive, and Adaptive has the GABA in it, and the GABA is actually going to help with the mind chatter as well. So this combination is going to help with her being able to relax, release, be able to get out of the mind chatter, get into her body, get very grounded, be able to have that deep REM sleep. That's the focus, and release that stress, release those anxious feelings, release the overwhelm, right? So that's what we're going to do to support her. So tonight, what we're going to also do is we're going to take you through a meditation, and this is one of my favorite ways, again, of supporting my clients when they feel like they have outsourced their power so much that they are physically exhausted and drained. So if you've ever done a cord meditation, cord cutting meditation, let me know, pop it in the comments. Have you done a cord cutting meditation? Do you know what it is? Do you have a favorite one you do? Or do you have another technique that you do where you're able to, again, draw back the power, your energy, your resources from the places you're outsourcing to the day? I'd love to hear what you guys do to get grounded, again, take back your power. So this cord cutting meditation, it's an energetic process where you're able to cut the energetic ties that somebody has to you, okay? So sometimes we don't realize that we also have people, situations, times, I could call it time traveling, right? When we have an emotion or we have trauma that goes on replay and replay and replay, a lot of the times that can be that there's another person involved and we have a cord that's connected to that person from a particular place and time, and it's actually still connected to that person. Anybody that you have been in a physical relationship with, you have had a cord connected because there's that intimacy involved, right? And so there is a cord that is attached to that person. I always tell anybody that comes to me, if they've ever had past partners or relationships, we need to make sure that that connection is completely cleared. Every time you have a connection with any other human, whether it's a quick conversation, whether it's a deep relationship, you have a cord with that person, right? And though you can't see these energetic cords, they are keeping you connected even if that person, again, is miles away. So what can happen is that if you have an energetic cord with someone who is negative or draining, you can be leaking energy to them even if you're not around each other, right? You can have an energetic cord with a partner or an ex-partner, like I just talked about. You can have one with a parent, you can have one with a friend, you can have them with coworkers. You never know how much other people's energy you've internalized until you cut the cords. Okay, so I'm having a little trouble again over here. Okay, are you with me still on? Yep, you guys are still with me on Facebook and on Instagram. Okay, so why is cord cutting meditation so important, and why am I using essential oils as well, right? Why can't we just do the cord cutting meditation? Can I do it alone without essential oils? Yes, you can. Why I use essential oils is to help with processing and also help with the emotions that might come up during the cord cutting meditation, right? So again, a lot of the times there's anxiousness, there's overwhelm, there's loss, there's feelings that are there. And the reason why we use those essential oils is because it helps us again to process those connections with each other. So when you're the one who's always cheering people up, also too, helping others, giving support, giving advice, giving wisdom, you can end up severely drained, right? Because I want you to understand, helping people, giving your time, giving your energy is your currency, right? And most of the time, people are also giving because either one of conditioning, either two because they think they'll get something in return, or they're saying yes to things that aren't really meant for them. And so this in particular, when we give our energy to cheering people up, helping others inside of our business, advice, wisdom, mentorship, and it's not the right, it's not the way that we're meant to connect with those people, and we give it out of like obligation or conditioning, this is an automatic energy drain. And you'll learn this if any of you are interested in human design. You might have actually studied human design. Drop in, let me know, what are you on the human design chart if you actually do know that. That is actually one of the funnest ways to see how you're using your energy, whether it's in your strengths or in your shadow. I'm a generator, so I have a lot of energy. I have a lot of energy to give. We are the energy of the world. We make up 70% of the population. So we're like generators. We have like a hum to us, like, right? It's like, like go, 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 go. Where my energy gets depleted is when I actually have energy and I say yes to something, but it's not in alignment or right for me, and then I'm outsourcing that there and all the wrong places, that will deplete my energy quicker than anything. So just because I have the energy to get it done does not mean that it's for me to get done. And I've actually learned that a lot in business. Just because I have the energy to get done in business, what needs to get done, if it's somebody else's job and I take it over, it will deplete my energy. So if you're a coach or anyone who works closely with others and you're doing a cord cutting meditation daily is so important, because every time you're on a coaching call with someone, we coach, we're going through the contents, right? Like when I say going through the contents, it's like when we're coaching, someone's bringing us their baggage. We're opening up those contents. We're going through those contents. And sometimes we actually can take those contents with us, or we can link up because we feel super connected to what they might be going through. It's our job actually to look through that baggage, assess, help them to get rid, right? Like I like to look at clearing out energy, and in my coaching, when I'm coaching someone, is like getting rid of things like Marie Kondoing things, right? We go in, we get rid of the things that aren't working, the things that don't fit right, we get rid of things that have holes, right? But in business, it's like you're getting rid of things that don't fit right. You might need to let go of a person in your business. You might need to let go of doing certain things for your kids or your family members. And so you have to actually cleanse out, and then you close that back up and you hand that back to that person and they take the contents with them. That's a really great way of looking at it as a coach, but sometimes we have connections that we do make, and so we just need to really make sure. So I'm going to take you through this cord cutting meditation, but I want you to know one of the really simple ways as you get into it is like at the end of the day, you know, you can flick off the energy, you go through each one of your clients, you say a loving prayer overneath that client, you say a loving prayer overneath your family, but you like literally say, I disconnect, I release, and I call back all of my energy and release all cords that are outsourced. Like you can just say something really simple and you can get into the habit of doing that. Once you learn this cord cutting meditation, you can kind of simplify it down for you and just constantly be working that. Like I'm constantly like, I keep salt in my, like a little bowl of salt in my room, and I actually feel like if I need to slough things off, I actually then go throw it right in the salt, you know, because I don't want it just floating in the air. I literally like think about it, so I kind of, let's pull out, and then I throw it in the salt. Like I literally met Kate, throw it in the salt. So, all right, let's begin. So I am going to make sure that we have some really good, little bit of music. Let's actually shift gears a little bit. Before we do this, I'm gonna kind of shift real quick. Okay, good. All right, so if you do have your essential oils with you, one of my favorite ones, again, we're gonna use a little bit of this in grounding, but I absolutely love Serenity. And I'm gonna drop a little bit of this over my heart. Okay, go ahead and close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to begin to breathe deeply. As you breathe in, I want you to put your hands over your belly, and I want you to feel it expand. As you breathe out, I want you to release all negativity. Breathe out your day. Let go of anything that's on your mind, in your mind. See it, feel it, hear it, release it. And keep breathing in and out slowly until you feel peace and relaxed. With your eyes still closed, I want you to look up and see or sense a light just above your head. Imagine a channel of light going from your head upward into the heavens. Know that light is here to help you and support you. Ask the channel of light to fill your entire body with light and beautiful positive energy. I want you to fill your head, your face, your throat, down to your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your chest. Continue to pour that light into your belly, down through your legs to your feet, and into the ground. Take this time to continue to breathe and breathe deeply, present in your body. Keep letting the light flow through you and connect down through the ground to the center of the earth. If you feel any tension in your body, I want you to ask the light to loosen up and release any density you might be carrying and let it go. Imagine you're a beautiful glowing ball of light, like a bright star or a beautiful sun. Feel yourself radiate this love, loving bright light all around your energy field, like an incredible smile from ear to ear. Now I want you to ask the light to shine brightly on any fear-based cords coming out of your body. Where are they? What do they feel like? Notice them with no judgment as they light up. If you have any sensitive spots on your body, Sense if there's a cord there. Now it's time to call in the higher power to help you for the next steps. Ask God and your spirit guides, your guardian angels, to guide you, to help you, to support you with this cord cutting meditation. Ask your divine guidance to give you a light tool to cut the cord coming from your heart. Your light tool might be a pair of scissors, it might be a sword, a knife. Open your hand and feel the light tool and what light tool is for you. If you're struggling to find the light tool, you can call on Archangel Michael for this, as he is the guardian who assists with cord cutting. When you're ready, take the light tool and make a nice, easy, swift cut to the cord coming out of your heart. Now ask your heart to send a huge ball of bright flame to the cord that's been severed. This bright, intense flame of love and light will continue to go through the cord and singe to the ends. Imagine the cord sparking as this pure white light travels down to the other end of the cord, burning it up the cord and all the fear-based agendas with love. When this flame hits the other person, it will spark and be purified with love and light and blessing you're sending to that person. Feel the light radiating through you and imagine it turns into liquid light that fills your entire body, purifying your energy system instantly. Now I want you to send bright light to wherever the cord was in your body. And I want you to see that bright white light healing that part of you. Let the light dissolve all the decisions you made to allow these fear-based agendas to show up in your life. Ask the light to heal everything instantly now. If you feel any cords lingering, I want you to take your light tool and repeat the process of cutting the cord, burning it and sending sparks of love to anyone on the opposite end of the cord. Show them that they have everything they need. Let any dense energies be cleared from your space, sending them up, giving them up to a higher power. Now you're full of love, you're full of life, and you're fully bright, vibrant. Feel the gratitude in your heart. Thank your angels, thank God, thank your guides. Thank your family members that are here to assist you, and place your light tool back into your heart. Thank you for taking this time for yourself and being a positive impact in the world. Ask your subconscious mind to remind you to do your cord cutting meditation and cleanse your energy as often as possible. Now take a deep breath and release. And now open your eyes. Awesome, you guys. That was so good. Okay, so anytime you need to hop into this type of meditation, you will have access. Those of you who are on Instagram, if you are on my email list, this is a gift that I have for you. This is a cord cutting meditation that you can use at any time. It's also inside of my coaching course as well. So we will send that later. We will put that up on Instagram also in the links. Those of you who are in my Facebook group, we will be dropping that in your inbox in a couple of days as a treat for you to have. Now, again, I want you to think about this evening time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. I know that you guys have many places you could be. I know that you have a lot of people that you love, things that you care about, and the way that you spend your time and energy is very, very valuable. For those of you who are interested in getting this particular bundle, right? We call it the Liquid Xanax bundle, but it's the bundle of Serenity, Balance, Vetiver, and Serenity, Cedarwood, Balance, Vetiver, and Serenity, as well as those sleep capsules. You can go ahead and reach out. We will be able to put that bundle together for you so you have access to those. Again, why we're using these particular essential oils is to help regulate our nervous system. It addresses areas of focusing on releasing anxious feelings, supporting our body to relieve us from, to relieve stress from our body, rebalance out homeostasis, sleep. So this is a really awesome bundle. Two key areas, again, that I see so much of in my coaching, women especially, again, because they've got family members, they've got family, they've got children, they've got a business that they love, is we can get dysregulated in our emotions, we can get dysregulated in our energy, how we're sourcing that out, and then what ends up happening is we completely fatigue ourselves, right? We get ourselves into what I call functional burnout. And a key area that if we can help focus on is two key areas is stress, reducing cortisol in the body, and sleep. Sleep is where our entire body resets, right? We have each organ resets at a very specific time. We need that reset, right? So we need our hormones reset at night and our organs reset at night. And so it's really imperative that we get into that deep sleep. But also when we want to reduce cortisol in our body. When we have high levels of cortisol in our body, we're running on adrenaline, we end up exhausted, fatigued, but we also end up gaining weight, right? And so you'll be like, why am I gaining weight? What is happening? You know, I'm like, I'm doing all the things that are right. I'm working out, I'm eating well, but we're not managing the levels of stress that we have because of the way we're outsourcing our energy, which is a way that we cause imbalances. And that's actually what ends up causing us to be fatigued and overtired and have weight gain. So this is a really incredible way, again, to balance out the nervous system, reduce the cortisol levels inside of our body, and really support our body naturally. It also, again, hits on addressing the emotional state, right? Addressing the emotions and the pressures that we might be under as operating inside of our home life and business. So these are available for you. Reach out if you would like to get those, and we will put that bundle together for you, and also along with that send that meditation. So have a great night. Thanks for joining in, and we will see you next week on our live Thursday night class.